Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Lawson's Finest Liquids Fest Beer. This is a lager, and it says straight from the Green Mountains to your head, and it comes in at 5.3% ABV. Check it out. Hi everybody, it's Rich, and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review, and today we are looking at Lawson's Finest Liquids Fest Beer. This is a lager, and it's coming straight from the Green Mountains to your head. I gotta be honest with you, here we are in October, and I am doing my best to avoid pumpkin beers because I think pumpkin, the flavor, sort of sucks. So I'm trying to look at some of the other beers that are sort of fall beers, and here we have a Fest beer, which I think is a fall beer. Now this can cost $4.99. Another one I picked up at the Chico's in Larchmont. Let me pull the label off of this so I can see if there's any interesting information down here. Brewed by Lawson's Finest Liquid, Waitsfield, Vermont. And it just, that's pretty much it. There is a story here, and let me grab a towel so I can clean off the can and just read it. And it says, this festering offering is inspired by the lagers served at Munich's Oktoberfest. Toasty notes from German malts are complemented by earthy floral tones of noble hops, making this Prost-worthy pint with a finish as crisp as Vermont air. All right, I'm pretty excited to see this. I like a good Oktoberfest beer. It's one of my, well, it's probably my second or third favorite style of beer. So let's give it a pour. I am using my trusty Guinness glass. And wow, this pours a lot lighter than, oh no, I didn't give it enough time. It's about the right color, a nice dark yellow for a Fest beer, which is nice. Not a tremendous amount of head, although I ended that pour sort of badly. About 2 fingers worth of very white head. And you can see right here how yellow it is. It's sort of that dark, sort of yellowish color. Not quite, what I like in a stout, but close. Let's try the nose. It smells like an Oktoberfest beer. There's a good amount of maltiness there, some yeastiness to it. It actually smells really good. Now, Lawson's Finest Liquids, I have really only known them for having IPAs, so it was never a company I was super interested in. And then a couple months ago, I tried another one by them. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember saying, wow, they really put out a good beer. So when I saw this, I was actually sort of excited for it because, again, when I can find a beer company that hits on one, I tend to try their other offerings just to see what it's all about. So again, I'm getting sort of that malty sort of roastiness to it. It's very faint. I'm also getting sort of the breadiness that you would get from, let's say, like a nice piece of I almost want to say sourdough. There's not a sour aroma here, but it's just sort of that fresh bread aroma you get when the bread comes out. It's just started to cool. You break open that piece that's really crusty, and that's sort of the smell that I'm getting here. It's very nice. Let's try the taste. That is a nice, easy drinking beer. Wow. And flavorful as hell. So as you drink it, you get some of that sort of roastiness. It's really, really muted. More importantly, this is almost like biting into a piece of really good homemade bread. The yeastiness is there. There's definitely some sort of mix with that malt that's making it sort of, I don't want to say chewy because that's such a cheesy way to sort of describe it, but there's definitely a good amount of body to this beer. It goes down easy, but the flavor just explodes in your mouth with that sort of bready, yeasty type of flavor mixed in with that malt that gives it a lot more depth. So this is a really, really nice one. Now, carbonation wise is good. The carbonation sort of opens up the flavor as you swallow it. There's not a lot of bitterness here, just a hint on the back of the tongue. The rest of it is that sort of malted flavor that goes with a good Oktoberfest, followed by just a hint, especially on the exhale, excuse me, of that sort of yeast and bread flavor that's there. So, you know, like this is one of those beers. So $5 a can, $4.99, plus the New York tax and all that kind of crap like that. And so you'd probably spend about $22 for a 4-pack. Would this be worth 22 bucks for an Oktoberfest? Yeah, this is great. I could drink this all day. And at 5.6%, I think it is, I'm sorry, 5.3%, it's really, really a nice ABV. It's not overwhelming. It's low enough so you can have more than one. And again, you want to drink these things responsibly. So, you know, like if you're going to have more than one, you probably shouldn't be driving or doing anything that's going to require you to be totally there. But at 5.3%, this is one that you could drink a couple of, maybe even 3, before you would wind up, you know, seeing somebody get a little bit sloppy. So like I really do like the low ABV beers for drinking outside of my bar, because it means I can have one, I can have 2, and generally if I'm having 2, I don't drive anyway. But it's not going to impair me in any sort of like meaningful way other than motor vehically. So is this one that I would try again? Absolutely. I doubt it's available all year. I'm assuming it's just available for Oktoberfest. But Lawson's Finest Liquid Fest Beer is definitely one I would go out, pick up, and give it a try. I have to tell you, if I see this in a 4-pack on the shelves now, I'm going to pick it up. I bought it as a single because I just wanted to see what it was like. And now that I know what it was like, I would definitely buy this one again. Anyway, folks, I'm going to sit back and finish this one off. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that like button, maybe even subscribe to the channel. And if you have another Oktoberfest that I should check out, please throw the name down below and I will try to pick it up for the channel. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this review. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this one. Cheers.